fantastic viewers. Welcome to Fun Fact Fridays. Today's question is, have you ever smelled something old, something familiar? You know, the kind of smell that is homey, like reminiscent of mothballs even, but it's very specific, and the moment it enters your nasal cavity, you know exactly what it is, without any evidence, without any sightings. You know that it was an old person. It's not just you. It's a cultural phenomenon around the world. The Japanese actually have their own word for it. Gareishu? And now, for your intellectual thirst, science has proven its existence. A scientific research study was conducted to determine specific body odor. Oh yes, they wanted you to know the difference between the age groups. In this study, participants were divided into 3 groups: young adults, adults, and the elderly. They were asked to wear pads in their armpits to collect all the sweat and body odor for 5 days. At the end of the 5-day period, there were smellers who were charged with the extremely important task of smelling each individual pad and rating it on its odor content. Each whiff was rated stink factor, but also distinctive factors and amounts of pleasantness. It was determined that elderly participants had a very distinct odor, much unlike the other 2 groups. But do not mistake the odor for something bad. It's actually rated as the much less unpleasant of the 3. So why are we able to tell the difference? It appears that our much ancient ancestors were able to tell apart the other members, our 4 members of the human race, by being able to smell and figure out their age. Researchers have found that this same occurrence happens within the animal population, where animals can tell how old a member of their species is, and also can tell the difference for them individually. And obviously they have a much better sense of smell than we do, which is why they can also tell when someone is sick or dying through their nose. I don't know if you remember this story, which is about 2 years or more ago, but there was a cat in a nursing home, and the cat would only go and stay with a person who was about to die. It would comfort them in the last few days or so of their life. It's kind of weird to take that cat home. What actually makes the difference? Why are we able to tell someone is old just by their scent alone? Their glands! Sweat glands let out an odorless, colorless, sort of salty shield on our bodies throughout our lifetime. We need to wear deodorant in certain spots because the smell that comes from the breakdown of the chemicals on the skin. So the more we sweat, the more chemicals are broke down, the more the odor. Older we get, the more of these chemicals are being broken down on our skin, or also the harder it is to break the chemicals down as our system ages. Therefore, we create some sort of old person smell. Have you, viewers, ever encountered this old person smell? Have you ever known of anyone to have an old person smell and not actually be old? Wow. I will link the article telling all about fantastic old person smell here below, and tell me how you have dealt with the old person smell. And if I don't see you before then, I'll see you next week for Fun Fact Fridays.